Hello, family. It is us, TJ and Francis, live for another Q&A. Are you ready for this one, Francis?
I'm ready.
This is gonna be a fun
I don't know
one.
about this guy, but I'm ready.
Yeah, I didn't sleep too well, but I'm ready. I'm excited to see you guys or to see your questions and answer them along with Franny. But before we get going on the questions, I want to talk about a little bit about our latest podcast we release, self-love and how it can affect your relationships. I think it's a very neglected facet of your life is self-love. I think it's always been that way, but I really think in today's time, it's really something we need to focus on and really one of us, because without self-love, we're never going to be able to have the successful and fruitful life we deserve, and it's going to affect our loved ones who are near us.
And start young. So if you have children, teach them that now. It's so important. So love yourself.
Do we even go over ways to teach your children self-love?
I don't think so.
We didn't. So we'll have to do another one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But with that said, let us know in the comment section if you're enjoying the podcast. Let us know what you want to hear more of. Give us your feedback, because it's something we're loving doing, and we think it's important to do.
Thank you, Sienna. I saw that comment. Sweet.
Oh, look, this is the comment. Francis, you are so stunning.
You didn't have to put that up there.
Well, you're mentioning it, so people want to know.
I just wanted to thank her personally.
Yes, thank you, Sienna. And I obviously very much agree.
Do you?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Of course I do. Do I agree? Okay, so here's some questions. Moonwalker for Life wants to know, are we related to a Natasha Jackson?
Are you?
Are we related? I probably shouldn't have asked this, because this is always a tough one. A, I don't have a great memory, and B, there's so many names that come across, and we have family from everywhere, whether it's Gary, Arizona, Vegas. I have family sprinkled literally across the U.S. So the answer is very much it could be yes.
The simple answer is possibly.
Possibly, and I really don't know. Now, if you're asking me if Natasha's my sister, that I could say is a no. We obviously, as you guys know, if you haven't seen it already, we've dealt with that, where there's been someone who said that they are the sister of my brothers and I. And we had to go on live on, not live, but we had to do a show on it, on our Lifetime show.
That was interesting.
It was very interesting, because that was
interesting.
It was weird, because the answer, but then there was a nurse that said that she did resemble us, so it did worry me for a split second. And I shouldn't say worry. Yeah, I guess worried. But yeah, that was a fun episode.
That's a good question, honey. Momo Wells, you passed it.
Where, sweetie? Momo? Where is it at?
No, it was up, honey.
You sure?
You go too fast, so I can't really.
Okay, let's answer this while I find Momo. Ileana wants to know, how are you, Ileana? I've always loved that name, by the way.
That is a nice name.
Beautiful name. Will you guys release Family Rules merch? I think so. I think we'll do something. We don't know just yet. It's not on the immediate schedule, but I think in time we will. We are so into doing this podcast and the YouTube channel the right way, and making sure we get into the groove with that before we're thinking about anything else. But I definitely think merch is coming up very, very soon. Not probably in 2021.
We'll have to get some cute stuff together first, though.
Yes. Oh, she's going to be in charge of that. So I'm not going to have anything to do with that merch. Jenny wants to know, hey, what do you think about Paris's new projects? So I'm happy you mentioned this, Jenny, because today is the very first day that it was released. The Soundflowers, Paris. I will say this, Paris is very creative, very original, and she likes a lot of different styles of music. And another thing I'd want to say is that I'm proud of her, because
we're very proud of her.
She put in a lot of work in terms of she's taken many lessons, from guitar to drums to bass to a little of everything. And I'm proud of her because she's finding her space to do her music. And the thing that's hard that we have to remember is, as a Jackson, it's tough. It's tough out there because so many people expect one thing and want you to do one thing. And even me, there was a long period where it was tough for me to find what felt right. And I'm just happy that, from the bat, she's doing what she feels in her heart and wants to do. And I think that's not only very commendable, but I think it's very important for her. So I'm very proud of her. There's some songs I've heard that I'm very proud of her for. I believe on the EP that I really, really love. So
it's a great song.
We're gonna wait to see what happens with that one. But she's got some cool songs, and yes, go check it out. Okay, Lachey wants to know, Francis and TJ, what are your thoughts and opinions on teen pregnancy? I'm learning so much from you two. Love you both very much. I don't think I should be really.
I mean, you wanted to be a young father.
I did.
Mine obviously wasn't planned. What I would say about teen pregnancy.
Time out. When you say it wasn't planned, you were still with your ex.
I was, yeah.
So it wasn't like.
Well, I was young. What I'm saying is,
okay. You didn't intend to have a baby.
Yeah, I tried to educate your child first of all. On.
Wait. You're saying that the child's the one who's pregnant?
Yeah,
okay.
If the child or yourself.
Okay.
I think I'm trying to go before the teen pregnancy happens.
Okay.
I feel like it's important to educate. In my family, we really didn't do that. It was more like it wasn't shameful, but it was more like we didn't discuss those kind of things. We're way more open now, especially my sisters and I are very open with our kids. But what I would say is, if it does happen, you want to be that support system. You want to be able to be there for that child. And I'm just saying my opinion as a mother. I think my mom did a great job with showing me like I had options. She wanted me to know all of my options, whether it was keeping the child, adoption. She wanted to put it all out there. And
but you had no thoughts.
No thoughts. No. And my mom was
not having the child.
No, but she wanted to give me all of the options. But my mom would have never let us give up a child. She would have ended up taking care of the child. But what I'm saying is, I still feel like you need to respect, that teen's opinion and what they want to do. And my mom did a great job with that. So what I'm saying is, my mom was basically, she didn't make it easy for us though. She basically said, look, this is
the path.
This is the path you chose. So now it's your responsibility. She showed me how to change diapers. I kind of already knew that, but just sterilizing bottles and stuff like that. She wanted me to know that this was my responsibility, not hers. But she was a big support system.
I will add to this two things. Number one, I think if it's you, Lachey, I don't know if it's you, but let's just say for any teen women who are pregnant out there, I truly feel you need to understand that just because you're young doesn't mean you can't be a great mother.
Yes.
And I'm not a female. I've never went through a teen pregnancy, so I can't say if that thought process, what the thought process is. But I will say this: I think you were and are an amazing mother. You were an amazing teen mother.
Thank you.
I didn't know you as a teen, but I knew you soon after teen, and I could see the love you have and had. That's why I fell in love with you. So I don't want you or anyone really around the family to think that it's okay to judge what kind of mom you will be, because I think at the end of the day, there's some advantages of being a young parent. I'm not saying 13, 14 is the age to be,
No.
but I think if it's 19 and you're a mature person, and like perfect example, since my mother passed when I was 16, I knew that was what I needed to be more fulfilled in my life. Since I was 14 or maybe even 13, I had a subscription to a parenting magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I wanted to be a young parent. There was no question about it. And it was weird because I grew up in an area that was very wait till your 30s, and wait till you're 35. And so everyone thought that way. except myself.
Do you feel like if you, sorry to interrupt you, but I have this question.
Yes.
Do you feel like if you found the right person when you were 19, 18, that you possibly would have done it?
Yeah. I honestly, at that point, as long as I felt the person could be a great mother, I needed a child.
You were all for it.
I was all for it.
Wow.
And that's why when we first started, it was like, I just want to have a child with someone that I think is a good person and that's going to be a great mother.
Which is not the norm.
Which is not the norm.
It's not the norm.
And not something I'd probably
I got so
recommend.
lucky.
Who did? I did.
I did. I got so lucky with you. I mean, I had 2 kids already.
Well, and I got lucky too, because I found someone that was a good person, and so we both got lucky.
We're a pretty good team.
But the one thing I will say is, like I said, we have to support, whether you're the mother, grandmother, aunt of this child. At this point, they need support.
Support system is huge.
They need to learn and understand what's going to happen and how difficult that road is. But I think with family and love, everything is possible. And I think it's an opportunity to actually mature at a younger age, which may not be such a bad thing, and I think
it's difficult. It's not easy. It's
Yeah.
definitely difficult. So keep that in mind.
Well done. Anything else you want to say?
No, sir.
Okay. McKay wants to know, what would you say your favorite time of the year? I love your picture, McKay. And I like your name
cute.
Too. So
That's a cute picture.
I love that.
What is the, I'm going to say, I don't know. I kind of love June.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is it because you have a birthday?
It's my birthday. It's Father's Day. It's also our anniversary. So it's kind of a good month.
I never would have said June up until like a week ago, because you're right. There's a lot of celebratory days in June for us. But I'm still going to go with the holidays, the winter's time. There's just something that's very cozy and hygge.
What's that?
It's a Danish. I think it's a Danish word. But it means very comfortable.
He is like a homebody. He loves gloomy days. He loves when it rains. He likes to just stay in and cuddle and be warm.
I do.
You do.
I do. It's enjoyable.
You've taught me to enjoy it as well.
You didn't before?
I don't think so. No, I do now though.
It's amazing.
I can appreciate it.
Michael Jackson fan wants to know, what are you doing to celebrate your Uncle Michael's legacy on June 25th? I think we are at the point where we don't really schedule anything in particular.
This is just like the second year, maybe, because before.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that we were doing, and I guess are still doing, is making sure we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually this is the time of the day or the year where the kids are out of school, and we usually used to go on vacations to Texas or to other places, but we try to make sure we're close. Now that my cousins are getting older, we're slowly starting to get back to what we would normally do, which is maybe go travel. But there's nothing specifically planned, at least around our family. But we will be remembering our uncle in a positive way. And, I don't really watch much TV, and it's gotten less and less over the years. But I know that on TV and on the radio, you would hear a lot of the music and the mentioning. So, obviously that stuff and trying to do things. But I never was the one that would go to, my uncle's burial site or do those kind of things. And it's not that I'm against it. It's just right now, I don't know. It took me 20 something years to go to my mother's burial site. And I don't really, and that was because of the Lifetime show. I don't think I still would have went, but that is something that it's very impactful. And I'm not suggesting you not to do it, because it was fulfilling, but it's not something that really is on my radar. It doesn't really, at least as of right now, have the same effect that you may think. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alicia says, "Hey, TJ and Francis, how are you? I'm on my way from trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee right now. You guys, beautiful.
That should be fun.
Yeah, and I don't know where Gatlinburg is, but I will say this. I don't think it is, because I think I would have remembered it. But the drive from Nashville to Atlanta is one of the most beautiful drives I don't know if you're driving, flying, but either way, please be safe,
Be
Miss
safe.
Kennedy, and
Yes.
enjoy it, and remember to be smart. We still have COVID-19 spreading around, so just be smart. Deneke, Deneke, I should know this name. It's a very popular Dutch name, and I still don't know how to pronounce it right.
Denike?
Denike. Denike.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay, we're going to go with that.
How about this? D wants to know,
there you go.
What does a perfect summer day look like for you both? You
For
go
me,
first.
I'm going to
Yes.
go first. I just like hanging outside, either at the pool or the beach with the kids, just enjoying family time together.
Which one do you like more, the beach or the pool?
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to say the pool because it's easier to get to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the pool or a walk. I like
Yeah.
walks as long as it's not too hot.
Yeah, neither one of us like to be hot.
Nah, I'm not good with the heat. So, and the beach is fun too. I'll probably do the beach once a year, if that, because I'm not a big fan of the sand and getting all in my clothes and car and home. And but the kids enjoy it. Franny enjoys it. So we last year we went to the beach a lot, and this year we would have. We're actually thinking of going to the beach today, and we still may. But I think the pool is the answer for both of us. Music, swimming, chips. That you can't beat that. This is a important, great question from Musical Maddie Gamboa.
That is a great question.
How can someone come out to their family? I came out to my friends and got support from TJ. I love you both. Of us. We are proud of you.
Yes.
And I want you to know, and Francis, you could second this, that you are loved. And if you're getting any type of confusion or any type of distance from anyone that you love or that you cherish, understand that the love for you hasn't changed. It's just we've been in a society and in a world where that hasn't been accepted.
I think it's also a fear for parents that your child's going to be, treated differently or judged. I think for us, it's as parents, it's a natural thing to worry for your child. Me, I would personally say, just be honest.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised at, how many people are going to support you. You're going to have those that don't, but you know what? I wouldn't really worry about what other people think. Just be a good person and be honest.
Yeah. It's your life, and like Francis said, if you're a good person, then in my opinion, you're doing everything right beyond everything else. And I just want to continue what I was saying because I think it's important. A lot of it is just like Francis said, when we're a parent, we think about certain things. We think if we have a daughter, we think about a marriage. We think about, what our son-in-law will be like. And we have an image in our mind about what a family is. So a lot of times if we were to hear, we're not going to have that image isn't going to be fulfilled, it could set us back and make us question everything that we've been built on, or everything that we've thought about for the last 15, 20 years raising a child. But I think it's important that it's not an anti-love thing, and just know that your parents love you, your family loves you. And I'm not assuming, or I guess I am kind of assuming that there's kind of some friction, but I just want to make sure for any young women or men out there that it's something that we all have to catch up to.
Yeah. Our kids teach us so much. They really do. And so as parents, we have to appreciate that and understand that it's really, at the end of the day, it's not our life. It's their life.
It's your life. And
as long as, like I said, you're happy, you're a great person, everything else is just all about love.
Yes. Well said. So, but thank you for the question, Maddie. Aaliyah wants to know, what's your favorite color, TJ and Francis?
Rio just asked me this question.
So you should know the answer.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what I told him and he was shocked.
Let's hear it.
I said, I like black. And he was like, really, Mom? That's not such a great color.
Really?
Yeah, but I just do. So I guess catches my eye first. Yeah.
You know, and I used to always say black. I love gold. But you know which
I
color?
like gold too,
You,
honey.
you know what color I like a lot?
Hmm.
Is actually this one.
Well, this color looks good on you.
This
And
royal blue.
yes, I've always loved this color on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like it.
And I like it on Rio and the kids as well.
So Eden says black and white are not colors, and she's laughing at us.
That's what Rio was saying. He's like, Mom, that's not a color.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
Is that true, people? Okay, well, I guess I'll say blue.
You'll say blue. I guess if black's not a color, I'll say
It's purple, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say purple.
Yeah, it's purple.
Yeah.
Um,
Even though I don't own anything purple, but okay.
Okay, we're gonna do 2 more questions. MJ Stan wants to know, TJ, do you think you've always been humble, or was there a time you were a little cocky? Me clicking this button, I guess, is a kind of cocky thing to do because it's asking me, and
Did
I'm
you like
answering.
that question?
No, the reason why I wanted to click it though is to hear what you have to say about this answer.
You know what? I don't think you're cocky. I think you joke around with cockiness.
Only to my family though.
No, yeah, you would never.
And
Yeah,
your close friends.
yeah, but it's pretty funny though when you do it, because I don't even think you really believe it, or maybe
No.
you do.
Okay, I'm a confident person.
He is.
I am a confident, and I believe in that. But I don't ever think I am better than someone else.
No.
Not only in my skill. Well, let me say this, because if I'm playing someone in basketball, I do feel I'm better for the most part, but that's confidence. But I don't think I'm the best in the world. But let me say this. I don't think I'm better than anyone in terms of more important to anyone.
No, you're not above anyone.
I am not above anyone.
Right.
I strongly believe that. And I believe that's a very important and healthy mentality to have. As you guys know, or most of you know, Ego is the Enemy is my top 3 book. It's one of my favorite books. I'm going to put it in this description, and I think it should be mandatory reading. It's still a fantastic read to help you, get through life in a very, very safe and healthy way. But you do have to have some confidence.
Yeah, but you're for the most part very humble.
I am.
Yeah.
I believe there's power in humility. A lot of power. I don't think you can really learn and grow without humility. So I do try. It's a fine balance. You got to have confidence. You got to believe in what you're able to do and what you're doing, but you also have to have an underlying level of humility and of being real. It's very important.
Yes, it is.
Francis, I've never heard of Reunion Island. Have you? Isn't this where King Kong?
What?
No, that's Skull Island. There you go. Yes,
no,
that's
this
me.
is not our last question, by the way. You can't end on this one.
I have
it's a
another
good question though, but I think it's a show.
I
think it's okay. Have you ever been to Reunion Island? I don't know.
I've never been.
Is.
I don't think I have. And then someone's going to show a picture of me at Reunion Island.
No, please do, because I would like to know. I'm actually going to Google it after. But I thought maybe it was a show on Netflix or something, but I guess it's not.
Yeah, I don't recall Brittany ever being in Reunion Island. And obviously Francis doesn't either.
No.
Stephen wants to know, what is the best thing you have learned from your wife?
I can't wait for this answer.
What is the best thing I've learned from my wife?
It better be a good one.
To let things go. And I'm still learning that. But I used to be really bad. And I think it was just being raised a certain way, being a perfectionist, being around people who are perfectionists, from my uncle to there's a lot more, to my family, to Barry Bonds. There's been a lot of people who've been at the top of their game. And I used to read a lot for the stars and went 100% into it. So, and I do think that's an important skill to have, but I'm starting to come off of that, because there is usually a price of happiness that you have to pay depending on how far you go down that way. And it's something that I've been learning because, whenever I make a mistake, whether it was on stage or in anything really, I sit and
he's hard on himself.
I'm hard on myself, and I'm starting to realize the unhealthiness of it.
It really is, though.
Yeah.
It really is, because for me, I just don't like to dwell on things.
Yeah.
I like to move on, even if, like, let's say that's one good thing about us. Like if one of us like upsets each other, it just doesn't last very long, because I don't like to dwell. I think that can lead to some major unhappiness.
And that's something that
let things go. Don't dwell.
That's something that I've gotten better at. But
he's still working on it.
Still working on it, because I grew up wanting everything to be the best it could be.
But it doesn't have to. Nothing has.
I'm
to
learning
be
that.
perfect.
I'm learning that, and I'm trying to find that perfect balance between.
You've gotten so much better, though.
Yeah, I think the trick is to go into things with that mentality, and then once, if it's not reached or there's a mistake, to flip it, to realize quickly that it's a golden opportunity to learn and to grow. And if you didn't have that experience, then you wouldn't have grown. You are better off because of it. And again, that's a feature that's in Ego is the Enemy. But that's something that she's big on. Taj is big on that for me as well. So I'm learning it. And I'll tell her or call Taj, everyone, and say, I'm struggling. This is what happened. This is what it's eating me up, So there is more that there's more to do, but I'm slowly getting there. All right, one more question, Francis.
Okay.
There was a couple I saw, but I wanted to, this is a fun one. Valeria wants to know, how did you describe 2020, or how do we describe 2020?
That's how I would describe it.
Why bittersweet?
Well, because it started out with the virus, really, putting people in a place that we weren't really comfortable being, I think. But from that, I learned to love just slowing our lives down. Chilling, hanging out with the kids. Even our weekends are about sports, and we really got to just spend time with each other, and it was a blissful thing. And then on the flip side of that, I feel like the country is. I feel like there's going to be a big change in the world.
Yeah, positive change.
A positive change, and I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Okay, I've grown to really like your answer, bittersweet. I'm going to say change, and I think change for many ways. I'll even go back to Kobe Bryant. When Kobe lost his life, it shook me pretty well, and it just made me, because again, I'm Kobe's age, and it reminded me how fragile life is. I saw a lot of myself in Kobe as a father. To girls who play sports. And that one shook me pretty well, to the point where it started the change of my mentality. And of course, COVID, wearing masks, being extra careful, that's changed a lot. And seeing some friends and people out there who are still struggling with their health so abruptly, it reminds you again the fragility of life. And then also, obviously, the George Floyd incident, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, all those,
There's too many
important, sad situations that have kind of propelled, I think, our future to hopefully open dialogue and get to a more healthier place for all of us. So I would say change, fragile. Those would be 2 words. I took 2. All right.
Yeah.
We are. Flies.
Really quick, Brandy Boyd put, I'm going to make you a bracelet, Francis. I would love that. That's very sweet.
Okay, that's I was trying to find it, but I couldn't. I thought I saw it.
It was really just right there.
There it is. Well, thank you, Brandy. Remember to check out our podcast, the Family Rules Podcast. It's been enjoyable. We're going to keep doing episodes, releasing every Monday. If there is any topics you want to, that is the best email. Give us topic ideas. Let us know what you're thinking about the podcast. And that is it. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week, and much love.